I had to realize I wasn't empowering my team to make decisions. And asked someone to book like a team party. I don't even remember like which employee this was at this point. I said, hey, like we're all gonna go to, have like an offsite hangout. She comes back and she's like, well, what food do you want? It's like, whatever food you want. She comes back again like the next day. Well, we have this option or this option for food. And I got so frustrated. I was like, why are you like coming to me, having me approve what we eat at this event? Like, you can't mess it up. You really can't mess it up that badly, I promise. And I realized very quickly, like a couple sentences in, like, I can't be mad at her. She obviously thinks she has to do this. I promise she probably doesn't want to come ask me if we'd rather have Chipotle or Kava, right? But she is, and it's probably because I've been, unbeknownst to me, micromanaging her since she's been here. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was like, hey, am I like micromanaging you? Why do you feel like you have to come get this approved? Well, sometimes when I do things that you get upset with me afterwards, or sometimes you tell me that's not what you would have done. Like, oh, okay. I got to go the opposite way. I got to find people who are going, I got to find a way to empower people to make decisions for themselves. And it's not just about the, what our lunch menu is. It's about big things. Jeff Bezos is not top to bottom designing the marketing strategy of Amazon. He can't possibly. So sometimes they're really big things. But my business coach explained it to me this way. He said, you have different levels of decisions. If you think about your business as a tree, like a big oak tree, you have decisions that can affect different elements of the tree. So you have leaves, you have branches, or maybe you have like the limbs, and then you have the branches, and then you have the trunk, and you have the root, right? So if you think about the leaf, there's no way you can kill the tree by messing with a leaf. You could pull a leaf off, throw it down, and the tree's still there. You could cut a limb off or a branch even, and that's not going to kill the tree. It could, if you do enough of them, make the tree not as pretty, not have as much shade, not be as big and tall and beautiful, but you can't kill the tree. The trunk, you could kill the tree, but you might not. Like, it's going to have an impact, but it's definitely bigger than a branch. And then you have the root. The root is like critical, right? You mess with the root, you could definitely kill the tree. So as a business owner, I don't want to hire someone in week one, have them making root decisions. But if they're making leaf decisions, that's certainly fine. And if they build their way up to a branch decision, that's probably going to be good. And ultimately, I want to hire someone who one day can grow into making a trunk decision, or maybe even a root decision one day. If I make them a partner in my company, give them some equity, and they're equally in it with me, maybe they're making some root decisions one day. But I can't make all the root, trunk, branch, and leaf decisions for this company every day. And that's what I think fatigues a lot of business owners, is they end up making leaf decisions. So am I making leaf decisions? If I am, how do I empower my team to make leaf decisions? And what I have to tell them, especially if these are people that have been micromanaged by me or someone else in the past, they're not going to immediately make a leaf decision just because I tell them to. But I have to remind them, like, you can't possibly mess this up, and I can't be mad at you for doing this incorrectly because I'm giving you this authority. Like, a lot of times they'll be resistant, like, oh, well, I'm just afraid that you're going to be upset. I'm afraid that it's not going to go well. First of all, you can't kill this company with a bad leaf decision. You can't. It's not possible, right? And I've only given you decisions that you can't kill the company doing. And then two is, if you do, let's say you accidentally make a bad branch decision and now, we made a big mistake. In a way, that's good. Hey, I now have invested some money and pain in you learning a lesson. What am I going to do? Kick you out? I'm not going to kick you out. You just learned. I just spent a lot of money for you to learn to not cut that branch off. The last thing I want to do is just waste my money and have you leave my company. No, I want you to stay. Because now I know I have someone who's working for me who knows to not do that. It's good. I don't want to hire someone else new and then they got to make the same mistake and then I got to pay the money again. No. I paid the money. Oh no, it cost me $5,000. Oh no, you made a $10,000 mistake. Oh no. Good. Ooh, I'm thrilled because now I know I have someone in this role who's not going to do that again. That's great. That's wonderful. That's worth the money. If I could just pay that as a Christmas bonus and say, hey, if I pay you this Christmas bonus, will you, solemnly swear to never like cut the branch off? Then I would do that, but that's not possible. Sometimes we got to just let our employees screw it up. But I got to let them know I'm going to be happy if you screw it up, if anything.